Hey everybody, it's Becky with A Place to Nest. Just in time for Earth Day, I have a complete lesson plan with the help of Oriental Trading Company. So before beginning your unit study, I would really recommend watching the movie WALL-E with your kids. It's a fun introduction to the unit and a way to explain to kids what could happen to the Earth if we don't take care of it. The Oriental Trading Company pollution poster set is a great way to demonstrate in your classroom the effects that pollution has on the environment. I've got a couple hanging up right here, and then I will insert some footage of all the posters that come in the kit so you can really get an idea of the different ways you're able to represent healthy earth options. I like that they're small enough to hang in your classroom year-round if you want to, because really Earth Day should be every day, not just once a year. But they're still large enough that you've got some really cute pictures and you're still able to read them very easily. So I really like this set of posters, and they'd be great in any classroom or homeschool room environment. A great way for kids to really get a hands-on grasp of how and what to recycle are the Oriental Trading Company recycling activity boxes. You get 6 of these little boxes, and they're all for different types of things that you'd want to recycle. This one happens to be aluminum. It's got a little face on one side, tells you what you can recycle on this side, a fun fact, and then a little slot in the top. And it comes with all these really cute hard cardboard cutouts, so you can put them out for your children or your classroom, and they can go through and sort each type of item into its appropriate box. So you'll have aluminum, glass, paper, cardboard, plastic, and I like that they also added the composting box so that you can really talk about how composting is a form of recycling and how it really does make a big impact to save the environment. But I do like how composting was one of the little options, because I think it's a great way to talk about maybe an unconventional way to look at recycling. Oriental Trading Company does have a set of 4 books that you can purchase off their website that are called Earth Matters. And one of those books focuses specifically on composting. If you have the time, I think it would be a really fun project for your kids to do a classroom composting project where they either bring some food scraps in from home, or maybe you could pair with the lunchroom and get some of the scraps from lunch, and really in the classroom show how composting really works on a small scale and how some people actually do it on a larger scale for gardening and things like that. I'll insert a clip here of my littlest girl going through and sorting with the little activity boxes. My assistant here is going to play recycling center, and she's going to sort everything for us. So that is great for a classroom setting or in a homeschool setting like mine. My daughter really enjoyed working with these. We watched the Reading Rainbow recycling video first on YouTube, and so that really showed her in the video how it came from what would be considered trash, how it was recycled and made into something else. Sometimes even in the same day, it went from being a cardboard box to a huge roll of paper. And so I think it was really great for her to see. And then this little activity really was giving her a hands-on way to do what she saw really in the video, to sort through different types of objects and put them in their appropriate recycling box. If you have the option to, it's a great time to go on a field trip tour of a recycling plant in your area. Another great recycling activity is the Color Your Own recycling wheels, and this one's one my oldest daughter completed. And one thing I love about the Oriental Trading Company products, everything comes together that you're going to need. And so when we got this, they came with the top slider portion, the bottom slider portion, and it even came with a little brad to put in the middle. So I did not have to purchase anything extra to finish this craft. But you can see here she's colored it, and it talks about reducing, reusing, and recycling. And you spin the wheel and it goes through and talks about all the different types of things that you can recycle and some examples of things that would be in that category. So for glass, it talks about it can be recycled and made into bottles, jars, jewelry, and even roads. For paper, recycling paper helps save our trees, energy, and water. Recycled paper can be made into new things like boxes, newspapers, and even notebooks. So I think this is a really great visual way for kids to reinforce the video they watched and what they've done, what you talked about in the classroom. A really great and fun way for them to see all the different types of things they can recycle and some of the benefits of recycling each of those different types of materials. When talking about recycling, I think it's really important to also talk about reusing. We focus a lot on recycling things, But one way to just overall reduce the amount of things you're having to recycle is to reuse those things and repurpose them for something else. So always be thinking of how you can repurpose things. So a really fun way to represent the idea of making something that might otherwise be trash into something useful or beautiful is the 4M Recycled Paper Bead Kit. And this is a really simple item that you can purchase from Oriental Trading Company. And basically what you are going to need is this top piece, and it comes with some decorative paper that you make all kinds of really pretty beads out of. You will put the paper on the little spool and spin the wheel, and it wraps around. You glue it at the end, and you can make really pretty jewelry or vase filler and be really creative with just using scraps of paper. Kit already comes with some decorative paper that you cut apart and make the beads out of, but it's also, you can make your own beads out of pretty much anything. Newspaper, some colorful magazine pages. I saved the flower catalog that came in my mail, and we saved that to make paper out of. But I'm going to show you an example of what my daughters were able to make using this kit, and they thought it was really fun, and it's a really great way to reinforce to them that just because something might seem like it's trash, there's always some way you can reuse it and make it into something useful and beautiful. Of the bracelet that my girls made using the paper that comes in the kit. But as I said, you can really use any paper strips that you want of all different sizes, and it's really pretty, and they really enjoyed this project. And I think it's a good time to brainstorm with your students or your children of some other things that maybe typically would be thrown away or recycled that they could save and use and repurpose for something else. Could be a good homework assignment or just a classroom project where you kind of talk about it together. So now that we've talked on the points of recycling and pollution, I think now's a really good time to watch the movie The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. It's a really great movie, and we've always liked that movie in our house. For a cute craft that's a tie-in to the movie The Lorax are these truffula tree crafts from Oriental Trading that say "Save the Trees" on them. And again, they come with everything you need. These are self-adhesive, so there's no glue and no cutting required. It even comes with the paper straws, which are really nice. And it's a cute little craft that kids would love to make. It would also be really cute if you choose not to use the straws. You could actually make your own pencils with the little toppers on them. So however you want to be creative with it, but know that everything that you're going to need, including extra pieces, always come in the kits from Oriental Trading Company. So it's a really cute little craft, and my girls love making these. They've made actually quite a few of them. To round out the unit, and as a final review of all the things we talked about with pollution and recycling and conservation, these color your own posters are really cute and a great way for kids to personalize their own poster that they get to take home and talk about how that they are going to save a tree and save the environment. And I like the theme, which we speak for the trees, which is in the Lorax. So it's a great time to work on this. Either during the movie, they can color it to really talk about some overall ways that they can help to save the environment. And it's a nice oversized poster, as you can see. It's really large, and they've got lots of room to write. And I think the kids are going to be proud of all the things that they've learned, and then being able to have their own poster that they can take home. And for my girls, I really loved these truffula pens that I found on the Oriental Trading website. They are super cute, and they tie in with the Lorax theme. You could definitely give them out as gifts to all your students or as prizes if you do some kind of a project or maybe a recycling game. You could always give these away as prizes, but they are super cute. They've got like a black and yellow satin ribbon wrapped around the base of the pen, and they all write in black ink with a cap, and they're really fun. I just thought they were really super adorable. Really, they're going to be a reminder of all the things that they learned in their Earth Day unit, but then also of the theme of the Lorax, which is, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. That phrase is said in the movie and in the book, and I think it's really true, and that kind of goes back to what I said about kids not being too little to make a difference. A lot of times people underestimate children, or a lot of times children will underestimate themselves because they think, well, I'm just a kid, what can I do? But kids can really make a difference, and these little pens might help to serve as a reminder that nobody is too small to make a difference. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and all the activities and things that I showed you were something that you would enjoy doing with your classroom or in your own homeschool life. And I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.